Yeah, that's my M48 knife. One thing I really like about this thing, this is the one I took some JB Weld, took it apart, did a couple things to it, but it saws good, man. We drilled a little hole down here so any water gets in the sheath, it'll drain out. Did that little extra hook there, a little extra hook here to hold it in place. I took this all apart, Loctited it, JB welded it, the handle to the blade. But this thing's got a pretty good saw on it. I'd say it's about half the speed of a camp saw. Let me see. It's not a really thick piece here, but you can see it saws pretty quick, right? And probably if I put my foot like that, it'd be a little bit better. It's not really, but see that? This is oak, by the way, too. That's a piece of oak. That's the one thing I like about this knife, because I almost cut through. Gotta make a clean cut. You can do it. I mean, it ain't as good as a saw, but it's about, I'd say it's about half the speed of a camp saw. And it's also 8 stainless steel, which is some pretty good shit. And I got the sharpener now for this blade too, with the little round tapered file that you can fix this shit too with. So I'm pretty damn happy with this damn thing for 20 bucks. But what other knife could you have that you could do that with? I mean, yeah, sure you could chop it, but maybe you gotta, I don't think you would chop through that as quick though. But say you had to make a straight edge, And sometimes I found if you're dealing with plastic, man, heavy gauge plastic, or say some kind of nylon or something like that. It could be, say a nylon 50, this plastic nylon 55-gallon drums. Sure, maybe you want to cut the top off all the way around. You ain't gonna cut it with that thing very easy, believe me. This doesn't cut nylon, and an ordinary blade doesn't cut nylon and plastic, but that shit will, right there. That's a hell of a good saw, ain't it? So that's one of my favorite knives, and it's only 20 bucks. It's the M48 Commando or something, Bowie Knife or whatever the hell it is. But with the improvements I did on it, I think the only thing that really sucks about it is they call it a full tang, but actually there's like a bolt welded to a partial tang. And I'm sure it's like a carbon steel bolt. And then you got this screws in here. Well, when I JB welded this thing all together and JB welded the pommel, the hand guard to the blade, and JB welded that to the handle, then also the pommel is JB welded to the handle, and it's Loctited. This thing is actually, that would be the only weak point I think in the construction, because the steel, also 8 stainless steel, is some pretty good shit. This is crazy amount. This is a crazy value, especially after I modified it. But it's that blade. That is, I'd say, when I was comparing it with a camp saw, it saws about half the speed. But it saws a hell of a lot faster than a serrated edge on an ordinary knife. You know, that's the other thing. It's got a nice shape to it too, man. It's a pretty heavy duty sucker. And I'd say it's pretty pervious to elements because it's stainless steel. It's like some kind of plastic resin handle. That's some kind of metal here. I think it's aluminum or something. Sheath is plastic and Cordura nylon. So I think it's quite a good value, man. Just want to give you a little demonstration on how it saws. And you would think that was cut with a saw, a hand saw. Feels smooth. So you never know, you might need to be cutting some kind of notches into something nice and smooth versus chopping them in there. You can cut those notches a lot quicker. So anyway, pretty damn happy with that stupid thing. I'm tell you the truth, I kind of like it better than the K-bar. Tell you, because of that sawing feature. Kind of like it better than the K-bar. I wish it was made in USA. And I wish this handle was I don't know much. I never heard anybody say the handle broke on theirs or anything like that, but I don't think this is metal here. I know that this is. I don't know. It probably won't break that easy, especially with it all epoxied together in one hermetically sealed freaking thing. I think when I modified it, I don't think this handle's gonna break for shit. Tell you the truth now. You can break anything, but this is under normal use. This thing ain't gonna ever break for many decades. But yeah, it's a great saw. It's a great saw, big time. Love that thing.